Ladies and gentlemen, I regret to inform you that, once again, the government has taken the funding for the But on Batteries program. The oft-renowned, beloved series of But on Batteries has once again been failed by the government of this fair country. And so, again today, we move back from being a show of the man, a show of the public, and a show of the government. While we are none of those things, we are now once again a show strictly for the people. And this one outweighs these three any day of the week. Today I'm looking at TJ Lavin's Ultimate BMX for the Game Boy Color.
Ooh boy, this is... Man, it is bad. This is a bad game that MTV made. Almost as bad as... I couldn't tell you. Like, just anything bad. I can't think of something that much worse than this that I could compare this to. It's just like you get dropped in and you just don't know what you're doing, and you're not going to succeed, and they're not going to tell you how to succeed, and it doesn't matter because you're not going to learn how to succeed. You don't have either the time or the willingness or really the enjoyable game in which one would want to learn how to succeed. Like, you cannot do a damn thing here, audience. You get two choices of where to place, as if that matters. You get two choices, and wow, they could just put whatever they damn want on a Game Boy, right? Like, I've played the PlayStation version of this. It's bad.
And it's just not really that good of a game either.
They have an 8-button controller, and they have a 32-bit system, and they made a bad game where you control a bike like you would control a car, and you really can't land tricks easily unless you're completely perfect about it. But this takes that, somehow takes a quarter of the power and a quarter of the buttons, and somehow quadruples the amount of total garbage in this space. It's like they should not have even tried if this is what they were going to do. Was this really worth it to put this to market, to put this onto a microchip, to sell this to people, to put in their Game Boy? Somebody paid $30 for this. I think I paid like $6 for this. And it's ridiculous. This is just one of those things. Like driving an old-timey go-kart on a highway. Like, you didn't need to try. I see what you tried to do, and like, I can see how you got a little bit of the way there, because you can flip, you can ride a bike, ostensibly, even though, honestly, this is a better simulation of how not to ride a bike than it is how to ride a bike. You took a mediocre game that controlled like shit, and you made it a horrible game. Have you ever seen someone try to build a house out of garbage? No. Because that wouldn't make sense. Because it wouldn't work. Because it would be horrible. You could give me, and you could give Michelangelo, both finger paints and say, make a beautiful painting. And he's going to make a much better painting than I am, but it's still going to be finger painting.
Normally I would apologize for the abruptness, the brusqueness, and the way that I did this episode. Very pointed, very angry, but I want you to understand that I am very pointed and very angry. I must go back into hiding, as I'm certain by now the government wants me again. Please enjoy the nature documentary that I filmed in my spare time as a replacement. Every now and then I get asked, what is outside? And I think, how many times have I had to think about the outside? How many times I've been told to go play outside, to go do work outside, to go think outside of so many boxes, so many barriers. And what is outside? And who are we to think about it? Who am I to ask? But there would be no outside if we didn't ask. Because there would be no nature without people, and yet people are a part of nature. We come from nature. But there would be no idea of nature were it not for people telling us about nature. And people are in nature. I'm in nature. You're in nature. You listening. These two jackwheels on their phones, they're in nature. They're outside. You might be inside. And no matter what, this is still going to be outside. And that is what outside is.
Nice. What?
That's a 68.